Hey, star pupils. Have you ever went to go grab your phone to call somebody or to send a text or to look up something online? And as soon as you got to your phone, you suddenly have a brain fog and forget what it was you even grabbed your phone to start doing. So there's a reason for this. When we talk about attachment styles, we must understand that attachment styles go for any relationship, not just the relationship between people to people, but the relationship that we have with anything. As long as we have us, anything that we are interacting with or anyone that we are interacting with becomes a relationship. We are in relation to them, we are in relation to it. So, what is your attachment style when it comes to you and your cell phone? See, if you don't understand that you have a relationship with your cell phone, you will have an unhealthy relationship with your cell phone. The relationship between you and your cell phone should have boundaries set in place, just like you would with any other relationship, or else you can become too clingy and your phone is already dependent on you, so it's already clingy enough. Okay, so the reason why this topic is important is because you want to be in control of yourself. You do not want to be easily manipulated. If you don't understand that you should have boundaries between you and your cell phone, then you can be easily manipulated. You can have emotional triggers that are heightened, and you wouldn't understand that that's because you don't have a healthy relationship between you and your cell phone. Okay? You can become more in love, less in love. You can become lustful. You can be filled with hatred or anger. You can be really jealous. You can get more hungry. You can get more tired. All these things can happen because the signals that are outputted from your cell phone and input into your brains that you're not even picking up on. Okay, you can become someone who has hive mind thinking, meaning that everyone you're around, you realize you're thinking just like them. You don't have any original thoughts. And that's because you begin getting programmed by your phone. And this happens in many different ways. Also, if you're a person who has higher frequency, you like to work out, meditate, eat healthy, um, breathe, be one with nature, your frequency can begin to get lowered based on the relationship that you have with your phone. If you do not have healthy boundaries set in place, this can be detrimental to you, your health, and everyone and everything around you. So if you're ready to hear the message behind this video, hit the thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Fly high, fly high. Hey, star pupils. I'm your host, friend, and life coach, Mrs.Divine, and I bridge the gap between intuition and intelligence. I am here today to talk to you about leaving your phones behind. What happens when you leave your phones behind? This, I think, is an important conversation to be had because many people don't realize the effects that phones have on our lives, have on our thoughts, and have on our sense of who we are. Okay? Have you ever tried taking a phone from a teenager? Have you ever tried taking a phone from a baby? Have you ever tried taking a phone from a toddler, a child? When you take a phone from somebody, you see how they react. They react as if you're taking something that is necessary for their life away from them. Okay? Why is this? Have you ever forgotten your phone? And when by the time you realize that you did everything to go back and go get it, or felt completely naked or lost without it, there's a reason for this, right? And so, of course, the obvious reason is the fact that, phones have become not only our main source of communication because we can call or text, we can video message, we can voice text. They have also become our computers. Everything we can do on a computer, we can do it so much easier sometimes on the phone. And things like this, like recording and just everything that our phones can do, all these different apps. That's what makes us connected to our phones, right? So that's just an obvious reason. But another reason why we feel so attached to our phones is because we're programmed to be attached to our phones. There's a hearing test you can do if you look up on YouTube. It's like a hearing test because they say that people can hear from 20 hertz to 20,000 um, hertz. And if you do the hearing test, you're going to realize that your ears actually don't pick up those signals until a certain time. And then sometimes when it's too loud, you can't pick it up at all. But you'll feel the signals in your body. You'll feel your body reacting to it before you even understand that you're hearing anything. This is called noise pollution. And this is something that happens to us all around, not just with our phones. If you are in the kitchen, you can hear your refrigerator humming probably. If you have some electronics, you can hear the signal that it's making. These signals we often tune out because we don't process them as anything, but our phones are also sending out signals. Okay, I sent an email to someone previously, and they said that when I sent the email out, it said Gmail is highly intuitive. And I want you guys to understand that Gmail is not highly intuitive. These phones are tracking us, listening to us, and sending us thoughts. It looks at what we are normally doing, and they send us thoughts based on through signals, based on what they think we will readily accept. Put it that way. So you may wake up, if you sleep next to your phone, you may wake up having certain dreams. And then when you open up your phone and you go on Google, you're going to see that, oh my gosh, I was dreaming that I was Neo in the Matrix, right? And on the front of the Gmail, or on the front of the Google news feed, you're going to see all these things about the Matrix, and you're going to say, oh, alignment. No, it's not alignment. That is how they do it, right? So it is important for you to take days off of your phone. It's important for you to switch up your routine with your phone. It's important to you to find other means of getting information, not just through the phone or using your phone or any technology. It is important to stop taking phone calls for a while, text or communicate in a different kind of way. Or limit how often you text. It's important to take a break from checking your emails all the time. It's important to not grab your phone as soon as you wake up in the AM. Okay, as soon as you rise in the AM, it is very important to not grab your phone as part of your first thing you do routine, right? So you want to get to a point where you can live your life and not feel like your phone is a necessary part to have in your life. If you do this, even if you do it for a while, just do an experiment, right? That's what I do all the time. I take breaks from my phone. My people sometimes, the ones who know me, they know what it is. The ones who aren't as secure as in understanding our relationship or our friendship, they may take offense to what I do. But I take breaks from my phone regularly. Even my clients, sometimes I'm not responding, and it's because I take breaks from my phone because it's needed. You can't figure out who you are, what your real thoughts are, and because actually no thoughts are your own thoughts anyway. So you can't figure out any of that. You can't even center yourself, find your regular flow if you don't know how to remove yourself from your phone, remove yourself from others, remove yourself and just be one with you. Okay? So I challenge you for 3 days out of the week to change up your routine with your phone. And that means computers too. Just completely change it up where even if it's just for these 3 days, I'm not going to grab my phone the first thing when I rise in the AM. Or if it's, I'm not going to answer any calls I'm not going to answer any calls for the next 3 days. Or I'm going to leave my phone locked up in my car or in a room for the next 3 days. Or I'm not going to check any emails for the next 3 days. Whatever your normal routine is for your phone, try to switch it up for the next couple of days and see what happens. See what kind of thoughts you have or don't have, and see how your phone tries to recalibrate when you come back to figure out what you've been up to and what still applies to you. Have a great day, Star Peoples.